Hey everyone, we're live. It's Kyle, Azor Hype. It's been a while, but really excited to be here on this Friday. It's storming outside, but I got some awesome people to help weather this storm to talk about some really awesome things tonight. Actually, Con of Thrones is right around the corner. So yeah, hey everyone in the live chat, and let's welcome my awesome co-host who you may know. Let's start off with the lovely Gemma. What's going on, Gemma?
Hello, I'm Gemma from Secrets of the Citadel. Happy to be here. It has been a while since we've streamed. I think the last time we did a live stream together was the finale.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was my birthday, but that was kind of a different thing. But yeah, really, really pleased. 26 days out to Con of Thrones. Well, that's when I'll be flying out. Very, very excited. Hello, everybody in the chat.
And so, Gemma, you all know Gemma. And then we have J.R. Alley from GeekChat1.
Hey, everybody out there. Good time zone to you all. How are we doing today, guys?
Guys and gals, we are...
Everybody in the chat, we're all hyped. Yeah, we haven't done a live stream together since the wrap. So, no, we did one after the wrap. We did Gemma's birthday, and we did...
which was hilarious. One of the funniest live streams
we've ever done. It was the best live stream I've done in a long time. It was so much fun. Yeah, it's not my birthday anymore, but go back and watch that one because it was awesome. It's on JR's channel.
So we have so Maura Lee, she sent a pre-stream donation of $50. Always so generous. She said, "This is an appreciation for Gemma, JR, and Kyle for all that you do for the community and content-wise." So thank you very much, Maura. I
realize, Kyle, I'm keeping a tally of how many drinks you owe me from Maura Lee's donation. So.
It's
everybody's keeping tabs now.
So let's do some shout outs in the chat. I see Phil H, who will be joining us in Nashville. We've got Rick Hoppy, the Maester of Coffee. I'm actually drinking some of your Ethiopian Yirgachef that you sent me. We have Fearless Mermaid Mandolin, who I was speaking to earlier. We also have Daisy Kowalczyk-Kowski, 5 Points Reality, and some other awesome people in the chat. So, Con of Thrones. Let's jump into it. Con of Thrones is right around the corner.
Could I just say hi to a couple of people in the chat because
actually lead you it.
The people are saying it's lovely to see us three back on a stream together. Phil H wants to know if it's a drinking stream. If coffee is what we're talking about, I think it is a drinking stream.
Yeah, I think all of us are on coffee today, so perfect.
Cheers, guys. Cheers.
Ellie Hudson, hi Ellie, says that she misses our faces together. The Fearless Mermaid likes my coffee cup. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. I'm not sure if you can read it. It says, "Don't make me use my teacher voice." This was from a few years ago when I was a teacher. Phil H is getting the scotch, and Tubbs says, "No, not coffee." I think they want us to Irish up the coffee a little bit. Sorry, I took over your stream, Kyle. My bad.
No, I was just going to say, for everyone that's here, obviously, I've not been doing content as much, which has been doctor recommended because I went a little bit too hard during season 8. So I had to take a little bit of a break, but I'm back. And yeah, so we're just going to jump right into it. I got all of our schedules organized. So we are on panels together, the three of us.
You got your schedule organized. I mean, look at the organization that I have for my schedule and my con book. I'm ready to go.
JR is next level. I just got an email.
That is next level. I scribbled it down on a piece of paper that's somewhere.
Phil, guys, I sell paper now.
Marie Pagano says, "Please use your teacher voice." No, not on live stream.
Phil H has noticed that I'm wearing a Dunder Mifflin hat, and he says, "Kyle sells paper now." Yep, that's what I'm doing for a living now. But yeah, let's jump into it. So we got Con of Thrones right around the corner. It's less than a month away now, which is...
Yes.
And it always goes by super fast once you start to get closer to it. I don't necessarily know about that because I've been counting the days until we can all hang out. But we got some panels together. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about we're going to kind of preview the panels that we're all on. JR is on like 17 panels, so we're going to talk about all
JR is not on 17 panels.
So I'll talk about that. But yeah, we'll talk about that, and then we'll talk about some like kind of We got a content schedule that we're kind of working out. We don't have the exact dates for the live streams and all that kind of stuff, but we're planning something really cool for that. So,
but before you go, Kyle, though, congratulations to you and your Raptors.
Yeah, the Toronto Raptors made history last night. Beat the defending champs Golden State Warriors to win 5 straight NBA Finals. Ended the dynasty. Just an amazing, absolutely. The games were all super close. JR, some of the best basketball I watched.
It was pretty fun. I only watched it on the highlights, but.
And you know what? You know what's crazy is the Golden State Warriors have like 5 All-Stars, and the Toronto Raptors literally had no one that was a higher pick than pick number 15 in the first round. So a really kind of Cinderella story as far as the Raptors goes. They actually had cool viewing parties at the Pavilion in my hometown here on a big screen and stuff like that. So yeah,
that's kind of become a new trend in sporting. I know we're a little bit off topic, but they were doing the same thing for the Stanley Cup, which was going at the same time, and they were selling out the stadium that the Blues play in for the away games. Right? It was insane. They were selling it out in like 10 minutes to watch it on the jumbotron at mid-ice. I mean,
by the way, I love the whole Blues story, and Layla, the girl who has that rare disease, she got to raise the fucking cup, which was super sweet, man. That made me tear up a little bit. That was really cool that they included that. And I think that's part of the reason why they won, because they wanted to do that. But let's get into Coin of Thrones, because Gemma is super bored about our sports talk.
Gemma is an ice hockey fan.
She doesn't even know what fucking ice hockey is.
Yeah, she used to go to the arena when she was a girl.
We have Urtach Altanaz in the chat as well.
Wanted to make out with hockey players around the back after the matches. It had nothing to do with me enjoying hockey.
See, this is why you play hockey, guys, like me.
The first thing I'll mention is people, before we get into the schedules and stuff, I've seen a few people mention in the chat like, hey, I can't go. What are you guys going to be doing? And we're definitely going to be talking about that, but are you guys going to be going live during the convention?
Yeah, let's talk about the content stuff first, Kyle, and then we'll go through the rest. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so we our schedules are pretty similar. Like they line up pretty good. We except for Sunday, I'm off and these guys have panels, so that's going to be something that's a little bit interesting. But yeah, we pretty much have similar schedules because we're on 3 panels together, so that's a thing. But we're going to be doing some content at the house too. We're all staying together. Me, Gemma, JR, Indeep Geek, Carol Brown, Con Snow, Phil H is staying with us as well. So we're going to meet. We're trying to figure it out. We have to have a discussion amongst ourselves of what days. I think we're going to do a live on each of our channels, I think. So
what channels have we got? We've got your channel, mine, JR's, and
Indeep.
That's 4. So if we did 4 days in succession and did one on each of our channels, that works for me. We'll obviously have a chat with Robert from Indeed Geek about that, but I'm in for that. Yeah,
no, for sure. And we this is something that we've discussed, and a lot of you, I've like I said, we've seen this in the live chat. Hey, are you guys going to be going live? And what we could do is, I know I'm bringing my gear. JR, you're bringing, like, I think all of us are bringing our gear, so we can have like kind of like multiple locations where we're all streaming from and doing some cool stuff. We got a really nice spot where we're staying, so it'll be nice for you guys to check out where we're staying and all of us together. So that'll be really cool because live streaming together is super fun. We did that last year at Con of Thrones from the suite that me and Gemma had, and that's actually where JR got his first ever appearance on a live stream. So
it was other than in the chat as a moderator, but yeah,
no, like physically
in the same room. Yes, it was at Con of
Thrones. You were inside our live stream.
Yes.
So that's a thing that we're discussing. We obviously, a lot of you are like, hey, I can't go, I can't afford to fly or hotel, like accommodations are too much. I will be, JR, you're filming, right? You're bringing your DSLR and all that?
Oh, yeah, I'm bringing my full kit.
So JR is going to be doing kind of his own thing in filming stuff and doing some awesome extra content other than, the panels. Are you filming your panels, JR?
Yes, I will be filming panels.
Okay, cool. I will be doing that as well. So those will be uploaded. We'll do kind of, JR, I think we're going to do like a grouping GeekChat1 for all Con of Thrones stuff so everybody can kind of access the whole like cloud of Con of Thrones pictures and stuff like that.
We'll have it set so we can pull from everybody's materials. Yeah.
so it can kind of all be in one spot. But I'll be uploading stuff to my channel. I did get approved for a press pass, people, so I'll be doing some interviews. Hopefully JR can join me for one of those. We're gonna try to figure out something cool, depending on, like, we don't have all the information yet, so trying to figure out something cool for that.
Yeah, they're still press passes are still going out right now, and so one way or another, we'll figure something out.
We'll talk about probably that. We'll probably do another preview stream or something and have like a fun stream, like a preview with everyone on, just joking around and stuff like that. Yeah, so we're gonna, me and JR, I know Gemma, you're not gonna be doing any of the filming stuff. You're kind of just gonna be hanging out, enjoying it more, kind of doing the more organic thing this year, but I will be filming as well.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of filming. I do think at some point as well we need to set up actually at the con somewhere where we're able to do so, and then anybody else who happens to be wandering around at the time, all the other YouTubers are welcome to come and sit with us, and it'll just be, like you said, very organic and very fun. We might do a bit of a walk around. I think JR might be planning something on the sly, like a little, I'm not going to spoil it.
Right.
Yeah, we got some stuff that we don't necessarily want to spoil, some cool stuff that we're kind of going to do. But yeah, we did one. Didn't we do one last year live? We already tried to. we tried
to, and we kept getting moved along. Move along, please. Move along. We tried about 3 times, and eventually
who was moving you?
Security.
Hotel security.
Yeah, because we were trying to do it in a bar. But anyways, we'll figure something out for sure. We're gonna try to do some kind of like live coverage from the con. That would be cool and fun to share for people that aren't going, and kind of get like a view of like how fun conventions are, and just all of us hanging out together. That'll be sweet.
Absolutely.
JR, so that's pretty much, like, we got content planned every day other than the filming of the panels and stuff like that, right?
Right, and we do have other opportunities, which we're going to be talking about next week on my channel, is the nightlife stuff, and we can probably do some filming at our meet and greet. So we have that working, and so there will be content coming up for patron exclusives and on our channels conversely, right? So there's a lot of good stuff that'll come out of Con at Thrones.
Yeah, and not only that, there's going to be plenty of other content creators and stuff, like Gray Area is going, and other awesome content creators. So I'm trying to get something with Z's and some other people, and trying to get some like extra podcast stuff and get some Patreon stuffs too. So there's going to be a lot. And Helen is coming this year, and she's going to be helping out with some of the filming and stuff like that. So there's going to be so much, and we're all going to be together talking about stuff. So it's going to be really cool because we're all staying together this time. Last year, me and Gemma stayed together, and we kind of brought people together.
And then everybody else was spread out.
Yeah, and everybody else was spread out. But this year, we're all staying together, which is really cool in the same spot. So it'll be really neat to see. I'm really excited to get together and do some live streams, like, just as much as doing panels and meeting everyone at the con. That'll be really fun. What's going on, Gemma?
I'm getting a little bit fed up with some of the trolls in the chat, but the mods are completely all over it, as usual. Thank you, Amanda. You're a boss.
This is a fun stream, relaxed stream. None of that. Yeah.
Chill out.
So yeah, that's kind of some of the stuff that we wanted to preview before we, and of course, we're really excited to be on panels and present that stuff with you, because people that and chat, whoever is in the chat, tell us if you're going to be there. I want to see whoever is in the chat, like, who's going to be there from the chat right now, because I know some of you are going to be there, which is super sweet.
We need a show of hands. That's what we need.
Yeah, everybody put like what's that? Is that this hand emoji? There's plenty of different hand emojis.
Just the show of hands if you're actually coming, or just do what LMNC says. Me.
Me. Disputed Lands. Oh, there's Disputed Lands in the chat, JR.
Yeah, she was there earlier on. I saw her.
Fantastic. Disputed Lands and Robert and myself have a panel that's going to be covering the Battle of Blackwater Bay and the real world comparison to the Second Siege of Constantinople. So
that's actually the very last.
It is.
It's so this is on Sunday. So the Sunday schedule. It's at 4:30 to 5:20. The real world Battle of Blackwater, the Siege of Constantinople, Long Claw Room 202. For those of you that are interested,
so is that the last panel of the entire con.
That's the one to end the
last. Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
I'm closing the con. Robert, Disputed Lands, and myself are closing the con.
That's gonna be cool.
Yeah,
I'll be able to watch that one. Well, I
will be so drunk by that point. I'm not gonna lie. I will be
5 points reality star. This is Gina. Now we know who 5 points reality is. Hi, Gina.
Hi, Gina. Well, the one cool thing for all of our schedules is I was looking at this earlier as I was organizing this. We don't have any conflicts, so we'll be able to kind of check each other out, which is pretty sweet. So I like that. I like that we don't have any conflicts. But let's start off with Friday because we're all on the same starting panel except for JR. You have so Friday to start off. JR has the first panel out of all of us. And you have the Game of Thrones fandom social psychology perspective, and that's in Red Rain Room 208. So tell us a little bit about this one, JR.
Right. So this is a panel that LMR actually organized, and it's going to be LMR, Tony Teflon, Bridge 4. I'm trying to remember who else is in on that one.
I'm pulling it up right now.
Myself and a podcast that drinks and knows things. Luke is going to be on. And we're going to talk about the social psychology of Game of Thrones. And basically, we're all talking about bits and pieces of how it affected us and what it brought back to, or what we brought back to the community with it. So we're going to talk about different experiences that we've had and kind of the impact that it's had on the geek society, especially and specifically into the general population, because for a lot of people, this is the first time that they were exposed to high fantasy on this level.
Yeah. So that's going to be a sweet panel. Definitely a nice list there. And then after that, we're all on the same panel together. We're at the YouTube meet and greet, and that's going to be in Needle Room 201. There's Sir Hunt's Reviews, Because Geek, Tony Teflon, Tarzan Bollinger, me and Zorhype, Gray Area, Gemma, JR, and Phil, the Issues Guy. I'm sure there probably will be more people added to that one. I'm not sure, but Indie Geek is missing from that one. We need to get him on there.
And we do keep trolling him by reminding him that he didn't get invited to the
This is great.
Yeah, which has been really funny in our private conversation. Trolling Robert.
Because he's got the most subscribers that have.
Yeah, I know, out of all of us, and it's absolutely hilarious. I'm like, oh, look, I'm a YouTuber, Robert. Did you know that?
He's got more than all of us combined together, so that's
I know, and way more than me, and I'm sitting here screwing with him because it's entertaining to me, because why not?
But he did say that he would come along and he's going to stand at the back and heckle us all, so that should be good for the lols. I'm looking forward to that. I might join him.
We won't know it's him because he's going to be in disguise. Gig him, Carl Childers.
Yes, he'll have a mustache and some...
Right.
Oh, no, he won't need glasses. He already wears them, doesn't he?
So after that panel, I have a panel, and then there's a break for you, for Gemma and JR. I have a panel. It's called Journey's End, Theon Greyjoy. So here, talking about the hero's journey, that's going to be at 3:25 to 4:15. Needle Room 201 with Petra Halliburton from Watchers on the Wall. She's fantastic. I believe Bookshelf Stud is also on that one. Let me check. Elizabeth Ray Stevens and Matthew Murdoch. I will have to get to know those people, but Michael's from Maester Monthly, who Joe Magician teams up with. So that's going to be a really fun panel. And then we all have another panel together, which is really interesting on Friday, and that'll be one of the last, Game of Comedy. Gemma, you want to talk a little bit about that one?
Is it Game of Comedy in general, or are we just doing a season 8? Because this was your panel, you conceived this one. Is it comedy for all seasons or just season 8 comedy?
All of the seasons. So awesome. So there's San Rixian. Of course, you know her amazing art. I'm actually wearing one of her shirts right under here right now. Gray Area, who everyone knows. Yes. Azor Height, which is me. Secrets of the Citadel. And JR. So that's going to be a fun one. That one's going to be more of a roundtable discussion and kind of more interactive with the crowd, where people get to kind of we did a really fun one like that last year where we had Phil the Issues Guy on. So so this one's going to be a really fun panel. And Game of Comedy, we're going to talk about the best comedic moments throughout Game of Thrones, the 8 seasons of Game of Thrones.
I think it's safe to say that Tyrion is going to be featured a lot during the course of that panel. But Kyle, you're probably probably slip in a few Sandor Clegane and Tormund Giantsbanes into there as well, I'm sure.
Yeah, we're gonna kind of get together and discuss kind of our favorites. Because when you get to panels, you want to be organized and stuff like that. So we're gonna have some discussions on kind of what each of us want to talk about, because there's very limited time on panels. There's only 50 minutes, and they go by really fast. And you want to get a Q&A period in usually too, JR, like get interactions with the crowd.
Right. It was hard last year to get Q&As. I mean, even on your guys' panels last year, where I was trying to, get the questions ahead of time, it was just super hard to get them in.
Yeah.
An hour is nothing, and it's not even an hour. It's 50 minutes. So, by the time you've done your brief introductions and, like you said, 10, 15 minutes towards the end for Q&A, you're looking at sort of 30 minutes tops, if even, of actual panels. So, yeah, they can be quite condensed and packed because we're trying to get so much in. So, yes, they're short, but we do kind of go out of our way to get as much information in as possible, because we are very aware of the time, and so are the organizers. They stand at the door tapping their watches. We don't get the opportunity to go over. If we could, we would, but no, they run a tight ship, and we're not going over on any of these panels.
Yeah, we can't go over.
So that's pretty crazy on Friday. I have back-to-back panels with literally 2 10-minute breaks. So that's going to be really interesting to see how far everything is and whatnot. That'll be kind of exciting.
On Friday, people can expect to see you running from one end of the convention center. You'll be like a hummingbird, back and forth and back and forth. That should be fun. I'll be drunk by the time you're doing that one.
So that's on Friday. Really excited about that. Let's talk about our Saturday schedule. So we got to recap. Gemma is both on the YouTube meet and greet and game of comedy with me and JR, and then I have a Theon Greyjoy panel, and then JR has a psychology panel, which is really awesome. So that's the Friday schedule for all of us. Let's move to Saturday. I'm trying to make sure. So the first person that has a panel on Saturday is JR, How to Govern Westeros. So that's going to be pretty.
That's right. So we're going to be in the Oathkeeper room for that one, which is room 205. And this was a panel that was actually put together by Indie Geek. So this is Robert's official panel. And we're going to be joined by Aziz from History of Westeros, Miss Carol, and myself. And we're going to be discussing how to govern Westeros. And there's a couple of different ideas on how that should transpire.
So that's going to be a cool one, JR. And you said that was the Oathkeeper room in 205. Correct. Then Gemma and JR are both on, I think you guys are on this one with Indie Geek. This one's at noon. The Wall Literary Context and Historical Comparisons. I'm actually excited to see this one, and that's also in the Oathkeeper room. So that's convenient for you, JR, because you got back-to-back panels.
Yes, I just get to sit in the room and hang out.
So that's sweet.
Yeah, that's myself, JR, and Indie Geek, like you said. We'll be talking about The Wall, but all three of us have got very different viewpoints, and they're not different, approaches. That's the word. We have different approaches. So I'll be looking very much from the literary context and what walls symbolize and why authors use walls, and the Chekhov's gun kind of element of it. And I know, JR, you have a very unique approach to the wall, as does Robert from Indie Geek. Again, because all three of us want to get our 2 penneths worth in, it's going to be a very condensed one, because we could do 3 hours on that.
Just that
easy. So yeah, condense it down. That's what we'll do. But I'm really excited about that one. It was originally your idea, JR. So thank you for coming up with that and inviting me on.
Very welcome, ma'am. Glad that you said yes.
He still says, "Ma'am." I love it.
I have to. My mom would slap me if I didn't. Like, you don't understand. It's just ingrained in me, just like opening doors and pulling out chairs.
So Gemma, I'm not on that one. I have a break. But 10 minutes after that, guys, I'll be on main stage talking about Arya Stark, which is pretty exciting.
Yes.
So that's I'm going to be on the Ice main stage, Journey's End Arya Stark, and I'll be joined by I'll be teaming up with Jocelyn Womack, Jess Natfly, Sansa Snark, who's you may recognize from Watchers on the Wall, and Liz Bistline. So that's going to be, I'm the lone dude on that panel. I'm really excited. That's going to be super fun. And we're going to talk about
that should be a really great panel. And I don't think any of us are booked against that. So we're going to be over there watching you hot seat it.
I've never been on the main stage yet in my 2 other years in Con of Thrones. So I'm pretty excited about, and Arya is one of my top 3 favorite characters. So I'm excited about that.
I've never been on main stage either.
Jamie McKenna says, so far, I like Gemma's solid plan to be drunk. You were on main stage last year, Kyle. I don't think it was necessarily intentional. You just kind of invited yourself on there.
Oh, that's right. Karaoke?
No, the closing ceremony.
Oh,
that's right.
You were supposed to walk up to the mic, but they didn't make that clear. So you just jumped up on stage and grabbed the microphone off the host.
And then I escorted him off. So I was on main stage. I escorted him off.
So it was Oz. It was Oz from Watchers on the Wall. And he's like, "Is anybody hyped for next year?" And I said, "I'm Azor hype. I'm gonna get the fuck up there." And I kind of just jogged to the stage and I said, "Yeah, I think everybody was feeling the blues." It was like right at the end, and we were like, "No, we don't want this. We don't want to stop."
Yeah, brilliant. It was hilarious. Everybody was absolutely howling. It was great. It was so much fun.
Smokahontas was chilling with us. Simon from Blaze Manga, Aziz and the Shea from History of Westeros were like right near us. It was really cool. It was super fun.
And then, Alicia Kingston's in the chat too, and she's going to be on a panel, I know, with Tony Teflon. So if you guys don't know, you can go on to Con of Thrones right now and check out the scheduling of events. We're just recapping what we have, but obviously, we know Alicia Kingston and AK, and we know everybody. And so, but yeah, go and check out.
Yeah, you know what I'll do, JR?
Have everything.
You know what I'll do is I'll preview how everyone can do that. I'm going to screen cap it and show everyone the search engine. That's
absolutely.
So we're gonna go to conofthrones.net, whatever their thing is, and here we go. So here's where it is. So here's the full schedule, and I have Rally, Azor Hype, and Secrets, just because that. So JR is under JR, and it's just easier to search it, and it pulls up all your panels at the same time. So you can do this and be like, boom, I want to see Azor Hype. And it kind of shows you the schedule over the couple of days. And like, for example, if you want to check out when Phil the Issues guy is doing a panel, you can click on their name and it will show you like their whole schedule. So that's really cool. But yeah, so just in general, you can see the schedule. They have it laid out. But there's the full schedule and you can toggle through everything. But if you just want to do it by one day, JR, you can do Friday and say, let's do Rally. See where JR's panels on Friday. And boom, it'll just pull up and it kind of highlights everything. So it's really, really easy to use. And it's just great. Like, for example, if you do want to come watch me, Gemma, or JR, you can search it and it's pretty easy. It'll show you the room and what time it is and all that kind of stuff. So,
well, pop in Alicia really quick and see which panel it is that she's on with Tony.
Alicia Kingston. So there we go. We got Lord Commander AK. Boom. So let's go to her profile. AK runs the YouTube channel, Alicia Kingston, which focuses on discussions and reactions for television shows and books. She is frequently seen with the group The Mad Queens, as well as other YouTubers. Her main content is centered around Game of Thrones and The Song of Ice and Fire. She also covers other shows, including Stranger Things, American Horror Story, and American Gods. So that's just sweet. And then we can go back to, and so she's on Expanding Views of Race on Planetos. This is on, which day is this? Saturday. And you can see
Saturday.
Yeah. So you can and you can click on other people. You can check on Tony's schedule. For example, if you want to go check out Tony and then his schedule. So it's really easy to check out everything. And it's great kind of just to kind of navigate. Like if you want to see a specific content creator, you can go find their schedule on Con of Thrones. It's great.
It is pretty fantastic. They've made it really user-friendly. And last year, I haven't seen it announced yet, but last year they had the mobile app. Yeah. So the app came out, I think, like 2 or 3 weeks before the con last year. So I'd expect the same. So somewhere around now to a week out, we might see the new app. So be on the lookout for that. I'm sure they'll do a press release when that hits as well.
Yeah, there was usually like 2 weeks. They usually do it like 2 weeks. So it should be up soon. And you can like if I want to add Gemma, I can like send her a message like say, hey, I'm arriving on Thursday or something like that. And you can search people's profiles because I think you connect your Facebook profile to it or something like that, or or some sort of social media to the app, and that's how you can like.
And it depends on which convention mobile app that they use. There's a couple of different kinds. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of different program companies that are making them, so it just depends on which one they choose to purchase and run. But I've seen some ones that are super interactive where you can IM. And you can pull schedules and give creator critiques all on one app, right? So it just depends on what it is. So we'll play with that as soon as it comes out, I'm sure.
So let's get to the next panel because JR, this is your panel, my man. Let's go screen cap this. Let's go back to the site because this is pretty sweet. We can show everyone what's up, and then there we go. So PTSD in Westeros, JR. Who's on the panel?
PTSD in Westeros. I don't know. Somebody named Secrets of the Citadel, who's coming a long way to talk about PTSD in Westeros. We have Con Snow, Mr. Azora Hype, another one. I'm not exactly sure who he is, and some goofball named JR that thinks he knows something about it.
Look at that hair, man, in your profile picture. You're looking.
I know, right?
Look at Gemma though. She's just like. Constant, like the red hair is just look at that professional photo, right?
Right.
Selfie.
So is mine. I'm so glad. Okay, we're all admitting it. Yeah, mine was totally a selfie. It was a pre-stream selfie from God knows when. I'm wearing my Captain America shirt. I thought I was having a good hair day, so I was like literally right here, about right here. I think is where I snapped the picture.
I was the Winona Ryder selfie, and I blacked Winona Ryder out, so it looks a bit more.
You should have left Winona just kind of hanging in there. That would have been epically hilarious. Only we would have got it. Mad Chatters would have understood, but that is hilarious.
Gemma is the creator of the YouTube channel Secrets of the Citadel.
I'm not sure what accent you're trying to do here.
I don't even know what that is.
So, JR, let's talk about this one. PTSD in Westeros. This is actually the one I'm most excited for.
Yeah, I'm super excited for this one. Gemma, about what, a year ago?
Yeah, it must have been, right?
It was like somewhere. It was a year or something ago.
More like a year and a half ago when I first. Put it back up, Kyle, so it's locked onto you, and because we kind of collaborated on this description, and I can't read it. That's it. Yeah, from the Hound and Arya Stark to Theon Greyjoy and more, so many characters in the story have been traumatized as a result of their experiences, and each in turn develops their own coping mechanisms. Come and join us while we discuss how George R. R. Martin has created an extremely dysfunctional society and explore the characters that try to cope with the violence and chaos of such a world. And we, all four of us, have very different understandings, and you know, there's a reason why all four of us have chosen to do this panel, isn't there, JR? We're not just randomly, you know, we're kind of not qualified to talk about this, but we certainly all have our own experiences.
Right, and so I loved the episode that you did on your channel on Secrets of the Citadel talking about mental illness in Westeros, and then I approached you and was like, hey, we should do a live stream about this. Like, I have a lot of things to say about that because at the time I was working with veterans. I'm a peer-to-peer counselor with other combat veterans, and I work with law enforcement to better understand mental afflictions that happen with combat veterans to try to avoid massively bad situations for everybody. But long story short, we did a live stream on that, and it was super well received. And so then I turned back to Gemma about a month and a half after that live stream. It was like, maybe we ought to submit this for a panel at Con of Thrones. And this was the very first panel that all of us submitted. This was the first one to go in, was this mental illness in Westeros.
And I've got qualifications in psychology, as does Zach Con Snow. I think he majored in psychology. And Kyle, you obviously know Game of Thrones inside and out. So, yeah, we kind of already have a template for this one based on both the live stream and the video that JR has said. So, yeah, we're already working on this one ardently behind the scenes, aren't we, guys?
Well,
oh, yeah.
I've talked about it a little bit on the channel, but 6 years ago, I actually lost my apartment to a fire. So I had a pretty traumatic event happen to me. I actually almost died because the furnace exploded where I was staying. I had a condo that I was staying at when I lived in Gatineau, Quebec. And when it happened, I lost 90% of my belongings, and I went through this period where I was like super anxious and like didn't feel safe, like at my job and all sorts of stuff. So I had been dealing with post-traumatic stress from this event, and then of course most of you know that I hurt my back, and I had been diagnosed with an anxiety disorder because I was just feeling so much pain all the time. So I've experienced depression and anxiety in my life. I'm not an expert on it by any means, but JR has also experienced this, and we felt like this was a good topic that that we should talk about, right, JR?
Yeah.
It's I mean, I think everyone in life has their own hardships and things that they struggle with or that they deal with, and I just thought it's so like A Song of Ice and Fire and Game of Thrones has so many characters that deal with so much, and literally we could do like 3 or 4 hours on this topic. We only get 50 minutes, so we'll have to. This is just a great topic overall to discuss.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's another one that we got, and I think, is that it for? I have to check. Is that it for Saturday, guys?
That's it for Saturday as far as I go.
No, that's the last one.
Same here, yeah.
Now, that's the last one on Saturday for all of us because we're all on the same thing. And then Sunday, I'm off, but these guys have panels. So let's go to Secret of the Citadel. This one got changed, right, Gemma? It was originally on Saturday, so I have to figure it out.
Yeah, they keep changing the schedule around. So what I would suggest is maybe don't go out of your way to create a beautifully bound binder with all said information laid out.
Whoa, you should always make a beautifully bound book with all of the information in there.
Just bear in mind that some of these may be subject to last minute change. So do keep checking, have it all laid out, but obviously just keep one eye on it. If they do release an app, that would be super duper helpful if there are any more last minute schedule changes. But yeah, so this one, I originally had all Sunday off, which I was looking forward to. But yeah, we're doing the unanswered questions, Arya Stark and the Faceless Man, and Kyle's got it up on screen who we are with. We are actually Grey Area, obviously myself, Casey Zuccarelli, and I believe Bridge 4 is coming on with us for that one as well, but he doesn't seem to be featured in on the website. I'm not sure.
No, he's on there. He's just under. I think he was under Kev before. He's now under Bridge 4. Right. Casey Zuccarelli does. Some of you may know the Vassals of Kingsgrave podcast. Definitely have listened to a few episodes in my time, and that's pretty awesome. So Casey is part of the Vassal of Kingsgrave, and she's going to be part of that. And Bridge 4 is pretty well known. We can search him up.
Yeah.
Let me go back to this thing.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain that Bridge 4 is doing that one with us as well. Like I said, there's teething problems.
Yeah, there's Bridge. He's not featured on it yet, but there has been some sort of communication that he will be on that one, Gemma.
Yeah, yes, okay. There has. Yeah.
Okay, so this one will be expanded. There will be a fourth guest, Bridge 4. So that's pretty cool, and that's going to be a stacked panel. That's on the Sunday, and then JR, you have 2 on Sunday, right?
I do. 325 is going to be in the Red Rain Room, which is 208. And this is actually 5 Points Reality, which is Miss Gina. This was her panel idea and her submission. It's what do we say to the end of Thrones?
Look at Gina.
Gina G. Who's absolutely fantastic. I love Gina. And we're going to be on... And we're going to be talking about what do we do after Game of Thrones, right? What's going to fill the void? And we all have different theories and takes on it, so it should be pretty entertaining.
Yeah, Laura actually reached out to me about collaborating, talking about her ESOS panel today. I have to talk to her about that and kind of see what is going to happen with schedules because we're literally jam-packed while we're there.
That picture of Gina is lit. That's amazing.
Gina! So here, let's read this out. Gemma, can you read this out? Can you read this out?
Sure, of course I can. Gina is a Con of Thrones veteran, having attended all 3 years. She is called the con's biggest cheerleader. She's a Nashville native with a BS in psychology and English scholar, and owns a... Oh, it's gone because JR opened a drink. There we go. And owns a real estate company. She runs a blog, has no name, has made guest appearances on GeekChat1, and is a founding member / admin of After the Con. Gina identifies as Danny, believes in dragons, is loyal to Rob Stark, an avid book reader, including A Song of Ice and Fire, closet writer, and llama fan. What's not to love?
Llama fan. She's also at a Nashville local. Let's check out this. Nashville's oh, this is all Gina. This is gas.
Yeah, this is the meetup that Gina worked out, which we're going to be talking about next Friday on Geek Chat 1.
Nice, JR. Get it in. Get the plugs in there.
Boom, boom, boom.
You know I love it. So Gina, she's awesome. She's 5 points reality in the chat. I've got to meet Gina. She's rad. She's super cool. We're gonna try to meet up, and I think we're meeting up with you. Like I don't know, JR. You have a better idea of the schedule than I do, man. I'm like,
Alicia Kingston says that Gina chick sounds awesome. She's right there in the chat. Alicia, 5 points reality is Gina.
Yep, that Gina chick is right there in the chat. Everybody can see her as 5 points reality. I'm just going to keep pointing that out.
Kathy,
or 5 points realty. We keep saying reality. It's 5 points realty.
So Kathy Palumbo.
Change it to reality because that's better.
It should be. I like 5 points reality.
So Kathy Palumbo is also a member of these groups. I believe I've seen her in the After Con of Thrones group. She's cool. She has many interests. Favorite fan, Harry Potter and Star Wars and lots. So Kathy will be on this panel, and she does cosplays. Looking Glass cosplay on Instagram. If you want to go check out Kathy, you'll be on that panel. And then Laura,
go and check her out. Her cosplay is absolutely amazing. She has a Rey cosplay that she's been wearing lately, and she's just killing it at different conventions all over the place. So seriously, go check out Kathy.
And then we have Laura Downing. She runs a Facebook group, Post-Con Withdrawal, which I love. 1,100 followers strong. This is definitely a thing after cons that you experienced after hanging out with your best peeps. It's, it is. And she's on the Religions of Westeros and Essos that we made in another panel too. So there's a lot of panels. Let's just kind of, those are the panels that we are on, guys.
And then one more, the last panel, the closing ceremony panel.
Yeah, let's go.
Is 4:30 on Sunday, and it's the Real World Battle of Blackwater, the Second Siege of Constantinople, and that will be in the Longclaw room, which is room 202, and that is the Disputed Lands, Robert from Indie Geek, and myself, and we'll be closing the con on the Second Siege of Constantinople.
There's Crowfoot's daughter. For those of you that don't know, she runs a Disputed Lands channel. She was in the chat earlier. She may still be here. She's awesome. Her name is Amanda. Super cool person. And she's been a longtime supporter and awesome community member. So overall awesome. So many awesome people at the con. But like, look at this. Like, let's just go for a second. Just 176 panels over 3 days. So that's pretty gas, right? Like that's like you will literally be able to go see maximum if you went to like, I don't know, 10 panels in a day or something, you would max be able to see like a fraction of the con. So lots of stuff, lots of panels going down at Con of Thrones. And
Pete Easy's in the chat. Hi.
Oh, we got to meet Pete Easy last year at
Pete Easy. There we go.
That was so much fun.
Are you going this year, Pete?
He is.
He says he can't wait for the con. We'll look forward to seeing you again.
Yes. So we got Pete. We got 5 points reality. We got Gina, who's coming. Pete Easy. Awesome. Oh, sweet. There's so many people in chat there. And you know what I love too? It's like, so I convinced Gemma to go last year, right? And now we continue to just convince more people. And it just becomes this like bigger and bigger posse that keeps on going. And everybody kind of meets like new besties. And like, it's sort of like, that's how me and JR met last year. And how JR and Gemma met last year. He was like our bodyguard last year. So it's so cool. So yeah,
let's be our bodyguard this year as well. That's his job.
Oh, is it? JR, did you know this or?
But yeah, it's been an ongoing joke for a while now that I'm the shield that guards the realm of I don't know.
Can I I just say B-Ann? B-Ann says, I want to go, just a little nervous on my own. I came all the way from England last year, and although I was staying with Kyle, I'd never actually met Kyle in person. Obviously, we'd had this amazing online relationship for years. But essentially, I came all the way from England. It was an 18-hour flight, 3 different layovers. I crossed the entire world on my own, and it was terrifying. But it was the best thing I did because everybody just looks after you so much. I was never on my own. People bought me drinks. People helped me when I didn't quite get the lingo on point. Don't worry. It's a very
I've seen zero conflicts with people at a con.
It's a very close-knit community. I saw no issues, no problems. Everybody just looked out for each other and was super kind and super friendly. You know, I know it can be scary, but I would recommend to just do it. Anyway.
And one person that's in our family that we're really excited to see that we haven't mentioned is Helen. She's the one who kind of brought us all together for the spot that we're staying at. So a big thank you to Helen. She's going to be doing one panel that we didn't talk about. She's going to be doing a Lord of the Rings panel, and Helen is super, super knowledgeable about Lord of the Rings. So Helen's currently sleeping, I believe, because it's super late for her. But yeah, shout out to Helen. And yeah, so there's a few other things. So we got lots of stuff, lots of panels, lots of content, and that's not the only stuff that you can go do at the con either. There's going to be serial water dancing. I believe that's pretty much sold out now.
They opened another session.
They extended it.
So that's definitely a thing that's going to be happening.
Guys, go and get your tickets now. I'm telling you, water dancing is going to sell out for sure. So you're going to want it.
Said the new one's already sold out. That's it.
Wow.
Pass over, guys. Over. Wow, that sold out fast. Wow.
There was another announcement yesterday, JR. We are getting a new guest, and I think there may be more. I'm not sure.
There should be a couple more guest announcements, but ticket sales are going to help that, guys. So if you are on the fence, if you haven't thought about it, if you're debating, go and get your tickets now. It'll help get more people in, and it's going to make it more fantasticer.
Now, also, you can get a discount at Con of Thrones.
Yes.
If you haven't bought your tickets, AZOR, code's AZOR, use the code, and you get a little bit of a discount on the ticket. JR, there was another announcement yesterday. I'm trying to pull up this gentleman's name. Let me.
It's Jeremy. Yeah, he was the art director. So the
you know what? Let's preview all the guests. So why don't we do that?
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay. 1 second. Let me close.
Are you going to try and pin down Joe Dempsey and do another little skit with him like you did last year?
Yeah,
that was fun. He was so game for that. He was so up for that, you know, and that they don't have to do that. Like Militus, who's Sirio Farrell, you know, you can go out into the smoking area and he's just hanging out with people, you know, that they get involved, which is just wonderful. And you approached Joe Dempsey, Gendry, and was like, hey, I'm filming, and he was just so up for it, wasn't he? And that it's great, you know, they really do get involved. Yeah,
so Joe is super cool because when you get approved for press credentials, you this is the same for Dragon Con and JR, as you know too.
Yep.
You only get a limited amount of interviews, and they try to be fair with all the reporters. So they usually give me 2 or 3. I've been approved the past years, and I was approved this year. I don't know who exactly that I'll be getting this year because they always mix it up. But I've had Miltos the past 2 years, and we've had a great relationship and got to sit down and interview Miltos twice, which is great. But yeah. Tori from Mischief Management did me a solid, and because Joe was coming out of an interview, and she said, hey, do you want to get 5 minutes with Joe? So I chatted with Joe, and then we did this little skit. If you go check out my Instagram, you know, the Jon Snow leaner, shorter scene, everyone? We did a skit with that, and Joe was so good, I didn't know that we were actually enacting it right away. So we had some bloopers that we put up on Patreon, which was amazing. And Joe, we did a cool skit for Instagram. It was like 30 seconds long. And Joe is super nice and also very handsome, as handsome as you can imagine.
Incredibly handsome.
He is a very handsome guy. So here's the guest that they're featuring so far at Con of Thrones. Gemma, who's this guy?
This is Jaime fucking Lannister. Sorry, I'm quoting Bron. Yes, this is Nikolai Coster-Waldau. So super excited to see him there.
And he will only be there on this Sunday, everyone.
Mhm.
So Nikolai's going to be there.
And still available on GeekChat1 right now. You can win a Kingslayer pass for Sunday that includes autographs and everything with Nikolai Coster-Waldau, Mr. JB Lannister. So go on to Facebook group GeekChat1 and check out how to do that.
JR, when are you announcing the winner for that?
That will be next week.
Oh, damn.
Ooh, how exciting.
So that's
the winner for the Kingslayer pass will be announced next week.
And by the way, everyone, the ticket for this was not cheap for JR.
No.
Okay.
No.
Let's just put that out there. So awesome, JR. Who's this JR? Who's this guy? We just talked about
Mr. Joe Dempsey, of course.
Yeah. So
Gendry, for all those who can't remember that far back, he likes to carry a hammer and is very willing to use it on the City Watch, and good, because the City Watch sucks.
So I don't know exactly what days he's in.
I haven't looked at his schedule, so I'm not sure either, actually.
John Bradley is the one of the other days other than Nikolai, right?
I am more excited about John Bradley than anybody else on this lineup.
He's a great interview.
Samuel Tarly is just gorgeous, and John Bradley as well. I've watched him in many interviews, and he just comes across as just such a lovely, genuine, sweet, humble guy.
And his interviews are hilarious. The one, I can't remember which night show it was, but it was one of the evening shows with John Oliver, John Stewart, or it was probably with another John, I'd imagine. It seems like they're all named John, I guess. But he was like, this guy stopped me in the middle of the street and asked me why I was still so fat. And I'm like, dude, you have dragons on a show and you're worried about how I'm still fat? Like, what's wrong with you? I was just like, oh my God, John, this guy is brilliant.
That's gas. Yeah, John Bradley is gas. They did after season 8, right before the end of season 8, he had an interview. He's gas. I love John. And Hannah Murray, who's also Gilly. She was there last year. She was awesome too.
She's beautiful.
Yeah, she's great as well. Miltos. Miltos is so
three-time veteran of Con of Thrones.
Me and Gemma got to hang out with Miltos last year a little bit, and of course I got to interview Miltos, Gemma, but Miltos he's this really just such a lovely guy.
And what I was saying earlier on about when they get involved, this guy, he takes getting involved to the next level. You will be wandering around and he will just be there getting a coffee, chilling out with people. He'll just wander up to groups of people randomly and introduce himself and start chatting.
Or photobomb them.
Yeah.
He's got the water dancing, which is incredibly popular. So that's all sold out. He'll be doing, I don't know how many sessions there is. Gina, if you want to fill everyone in chat.
Right now.
Also, Pete Easy says Sibel was cool as F last year. Yeah, man. So I'll tell a little story that not everyone got to know about last year. Gemma, you want to talk about this one? You want to introduce?
No, it's fine. You go ahead. So, I've heard this one a couple of times.
Just a couple.
Does everybody want to hear behind the scenes story with Sibel for the interview?
I'll go to the loo while you do that.
So Gemma is going to go to Lou. If you guys get hype enough in chat, I will tell you a behind the scenes story with Sibel last year. We got to get hype in chat, though. I never shared this. So you got to tell me you want to hear this behind the scenes stuff. Let's see how hype everyone.
Of course they want to hear it, Kyle.
All right, so you get a limited amount of time when you do an interview with an actor or actress, and we were setting up the camera, and my camera, like one of my camera batteries was not working or whatever, and my camera was just malfunctioning overall. So Sibel saw that I was pretty nervous, like we were chatting, and we were just like she asked me questions like where I'm from. I said Canada. We were just chatting and stuff, and she could tell that I was nervous because the camera wasn't working. And we'd already, you only get 10 minutes for an interview, and the 10 minutes had already passed. So I was like, shit, what's going to happen? And then Sibel was like, no, let's push this. You're still going to get your interview. And she's like, relax, my little Lannister lion. And she pet me. So Sibel Kelly literally called me her little Lannister lion and she pet me. And so sitting down was her fiance. We were all like, I was turning red. Everybody was laughing. And I look at him and I'm like, I love your fiance. And we all break out in laughter. Tori from Mischief Management, Sibel turned completely red in the face, her fiance, everyone, and that completely broke the ice, and we had a super fun time. And Sibel said it was one of the most fun interviews she ever had, so it was really cool. It broke the ice, and then the camera magically started working after that. So he
planned it all along. Don't let him fool you. He totally had that plan. Camera malfunction magically clears up as soon as that happens, right? Good story, Kyle. Good story.
And also, I still keep in contact with Sibel. We chat on Instagram every now and then. She's super cool. She's really nice. She is super sweet. Like the first second I saw her, it was really cool. She's like, "Oh, I like your bomber jacket." And I'm like, "I like yours," because we were wearing bomber jackets, and she had a flower one, and I had just like an olive one, and we were just talking, about life and stuff. So she's super cool. But yeah, that's the kind of behind the scenes stuff that happened with Sibel. She called me her Lannister lion and pet me. And Gemma was there to witness the whole thing.
I was. You fell in love hard in that moment.
Her fiance was there. I was telling everyone, Gemma, that we all cracked up. We were all turning red in the face. Like we were like literally hard crying. It was really funny.
She was, like I said, they're not. I mean, I'm not sure. Like Nikolai Coster-Waldau, obviously he's a lot bigger, and I think he'll have a bigger security detail surrounding him. So there may be a degree of distance, but I feel awful saying smaller, but you know what I mean. They're super approachable. And they don't have to be. They really don't have to do that, but they do. They go above and beyond for this particular con, because it is a more intimate con, and it is very specific to obviously Game of Thrones as well. It's not just like a generalized sweeping geek kind of thing. You'll see them, like you said, photobombing and doing skits with random people in the corridors, and that just Sam Coleman, Gina. Sam Coleman.
Oh yeah, Hodor.
I'm so upset that he's not coming again this year, because Sam Coleman and I proper full on bonded, because we were both English and we just needed someone English to talk to for a few minutes. You know how it can be. So
he was around partying with everyone.
He was
having pints and stuff.
And he did karaoke with Carrie Ingram, who's actually a singer, which is Shireen Baratheon from the show. And who else was up there with them? We were in there for that.
Amy Richardson, the original.
Amy, yes.
The original Marcella.
Yeah.
Who was also really awesome last year was Esme, and she's absolutely stunningly beautiful in person. My God, Gemma. Like we were just discussing, like she's drop dead gorgeous. Like Gemma was the first one to say it, by the way. How gorgeous.
I was speechless.
She
was breathtaking.
She's a 10 out of 10, like and she was so lovely. She's like taller than you would imagine, but she was super cool too. Because I asked to do like a picture, and it was Gemma's birthday, so we did some pictures, like just some pictures to put on Instagram. And she did a shout out to the Hype and Love community, which was super cool. So if you go back and watch the Instagram video, so there's gonna be cool stuff like that we're gonna be able to get. Like I can't promise that we'll get stuff like that, but we got more than we imagined last year. So
26 Art Girl, she's Roz, the beautiful redhead that Theon enjoyed.
Yeah. So yeah, there's going to be so much cool stuff. So there'll be some extracurricular stuff that we're going to try to get for that. Like we said, schedule is coming. Me, Gemma, JR, and Indie Geek are going to try to plan a stream schedule for you guys and get that set up.
We probably need to get that together sooner than later too, huh?
We also said there's going to be some potential Patreon stuff. Also, one thing I thought about that might be cool for those of you that are going to watch this later and are also in the chat. If you have any suggestions on things that you would like to see from the con because you can attend, like a suggestion box, leave it in the description of this video. Or JR, is it cool if they like reach out?
Yeah, we'll create a thread for it on GeekChat1. If you got Con of Thrones specific stuff that you would like to see on any one of our channels, actually, we'll create the suggestion box for it.
If you want us to stream live from our hot tub, or there's a variety of different ways we can do this. You just let us know what you want. JR shaking his head. There will be no hot tub live streaming. Just to
Gemma said it first. Everybody hold her to the fire on that one.
I see Kevin Cleary in chat. He's like, I went to the first con and got to hang with the Zora Hype. It was good times. It was cool meeting you too. Yeah, it's just like Con of Thrones is just so cool. Everybody's there for the same reason. The vibes are good. It goes by really fast, but everybody is there for the same reason, is to have fun and to enjoy yourself. So and Nashville's a really cool city. It's Nash Vegas, downtown, super amazing. Food's great. Lots of cool people like Gina live there. Rachel, who's an amazing cosplayer, is there. And just overall, I think it's just going to be like, it's after season 8 and everybody's kind of just excited to, it's like, it's been a while since we've all really hung out, right, JR?
Yeah, it has been. It's been over a year now.
Well, if you don't include our group chat the other night, where we completely traumatized Robert from Indeed Geek.
Oh, that was pretty funny.
Hashtag Game of Tubs, oh, you guys.
Game of Tubs.
Do you really want to see someone drop an expensive camera or phone in the hot tub? Like, because that's what's going to happen.
Not a good idea. Gina is asking if we are cosplaying. I won't be. I'm going to struggle to fit all of my normal clothes in the one suitcase that I'll be bringing. So no, cosplay is not really my thing, but I do enjoy watching other people because the effort these guys put in is just spectacular. And then the lack of effort in some of the costumes is also equally as
the wall.
The wall, the Winds of Winter, that was spectacular.
Yeah.
You two are cosplaying though, aren't you?
JR?
Once again, what I see what's going to happen again is like last year I had my Davo Seaworth cosplay all planned out. Like I still have everything for it. It just needs to be sewn and put together and everything else. And I see this year going by much like last year's, which is going to be in the same position that it was at the end of last year, which means I won't get it done in time.
So Kyle Lisi is going to happen. I was actually talking to Amy Collins Russell, who is actually going to continue to
She's a big cosplayer.
And she actually helped with some videos during season 8. She helped co-script some awesome videos that we had awesome success on. So Amy's going to be part of Team Azor Hype going into the future. She's awesome. But she had said, I have a wig for you, Kyle. And I said, shit. So we're going to be so Con Snow is going to be staying with us. I don't know if any of you have seen the boat sex videos or the boat sex video from last year that Gemma was also a part of as Tyrion. But we're going to plan something out for that. I can't really tell you too much. But Kyle Lisi is going to appear at the con. And the one thing is like I have the most gear to bring out of anyone. So I won't be. I'm going to try to find, because usually in Artist Alley and stuff like that, there's costumes and stuff like that. I don't know if there's going to be a Tormund outfit that I can find maybe there. I'm going to try to see if I can find one.
You just said that you have the most gear to bring out of everyone. I think you're seriously underestimating how many pairs of shoes I intend to bring.
All right. Well, I meant like cameras and stuff like that. But I'm gonna. Says the cool thing about Con of Thrones too that we didn't talk about was Artist Alley, all the artists that are going to be there. But there's also like costume shops that come set up shop in there. You can go buy like cool Game of Thrones inspired costumes or like hound helmets. You can buy like long claws and stuff there. All sorts of like t-shirt shops, JR. All sorts of stuff like that. So I'm going to try to find a Tormund inspired outfit. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it, but I'm definitely doing Kyle Lisi. That's going to happen.
People are suggesting potential skits. John Haymaker says, how about cave sex? I think what we should do, I think we should get Con Snow to dress up as Jon Snow, obviously, and then we should all offer him food, and he has to repeatedly say, I don't want it.
I don't want it.
I don't want it. And we just keep, I don't want it. I don't want it.
She's my queen.
Yeah.
You know what we should do? Is I should say, Con Snow, you've left the Airbnb so dirty. How dare you being out fighting the White Walkers?
No, but he killed you. I think you'd have more beef about that.
Oh, should we do a recreation of the killing of the Danny scene?
Yes, you have to do that.
We could use Helen's flamethrower to melt a non-existent plastic chair.
So, you know, maybe me and Con Snow will try to do a recreation of the Danny death scene in our Airbnb. We'll see what we can pull off.
And there will be fire.
No, there won't be.
Yes, there will be. No, not fire like that. But I will find a way to melt a chair somehow. I got this.
I've got this.
So, JR, can we talk a little bit about this? the GeekChat1 meetup. So there's a lot of people that are here in the chat right now,
Right.
that are going to be going to Con of Thrones. Can you kind of fill us in on that?
Right. So next week, for you guys that don't know, we're going to cover all the nightlife stuff for Con of Thrones on GeekChat1. Gina Miller, Miss, 5 Points Realty in the chat right there, is going to be on with me, as well as LMR, who I started that series with, How to Con of Thrones. And we're going to do the nightlife stuff. So included in that will be our meetup that we have planned, and it is going to be at the VFW, which is Veterans of Foreign Wars, post 1970. On Saturday at 7 p.m. And all that information is available on GeekChat1 in the events calendar. You can find it there.
JR, is it close to the con? Is it like
it's like 5 minute. It's a 5-minute Uber from where the convention's actually at.
Okay, so that's great. So, and you know what we can maybe do too for people that haven't checked it out? Go to GeekChat1, check out that actual event. Say like, hey, I'd like to like meet up, and we can do like, people can like Uber together and stuff like that, kind of like meet up and kind of get organized, because there's, you know, we want to make sure we get as many as cool people from GeekChat1, this community, Gemma's community, all that are going to be at the con to hang out for one nice meetup, right?
Right, absolutely. And the deal with this is obviously a lot of people know that I'm a veteran, and so supporting the VFW, and they're kind enough to let us have this event there. And they have a bar. It's going to be cheaper than you can probably drink anywhere in downtown Nashville, but it all goes back to veterans. So it supports a great cause. It does a lot of great things, not only locally in the community, but actually on a national level as well for veterans causes and whatnot. So there you go.
We'll all be there. So that'll be, yeah, we're really excited. What time is that going to be featured at, Jared? 7 p.m. till what? 9?
7 p.m. to whatever.
Whenever? Cool.
Yeah, if we have a good crowd, we're going to have a good time, and we're going to be enjoying it. And I know we're all getting Ubers back to the where we're staying, so we might end up staying there late.
I think we probably will, because the cosplay competition is
at the same time.
So we'll be hanging around and waiting for the
because a lot of people that are cosplaying were like, oh my god, I can't come, and I'm like, guys, we're going to be there till at least 10 o'clock, right? I mean, come on, seriously now. But we'll probably end up being there later than 10 o'clock, just saying. But, there we go. So we will be there, and cosplayers can come over as soon as they get done winning all the costume awards.
In your cosplay. Don't go home and get
changed. Yeah, don't go home and get changed. Just come in your cosplay. It'll be fantastic.
Yeah. JR, there's going to be food and drinks?
Drinks, they have a full bar is available there. Food, I'm not sure of what they have for food wise.
Okay.
Originally I was going to try to rent the back hall for just us, but it was already booked. But they're like, we got plenty of room in our canteen, which is the bar area of a VFW hall. So that's where we'll be. Awesome. Yes, it's AK. You're giving away too much. We have a whole episode next week about all the dragon riding events, all the nightlife, and how to boogie.
So that's going to be really fun, everyone. Make sure you go check out GeekChat1. Like I said, we're going to have some sort of content creation area for Con of Thrones. I'll be sharing stuff on my Instagram and Facebook. Gemma probably will not be doing that. She can't be bothered to do that. I'm sure you'll be sharing some stuff, though, Gemma.
Yeah, I've got loads of stuff to share. Most of it will be initially on Patreon, and then obviously we'll move later onto the main channel, but we'll be sharing across the board. Most people here subscribe to us all anyway. So
and you and JR are doing some awesome stuff together on Patreon right now.
Well, I hope so. Yeah, we are doing an exclusive Hedge Night book club for Patreon. Obviously, that I'm releasing previews of videos that pre-releases, early releases as well. So yeah, we're having a bit of a Patreon push at the minute. Really thanking people for still sticking around after season 8 is gone, and just showing a little bit of love to the Patreons who support our channels. And it's the same for you, isn't it, JR? Yesterday we dropped episode 2 of the Hedge Night for the Patreon exclusive, but we're going to continue, aren't we, JR?
Yeah, we are. Everybody is really loving the Tales of Dunk and Egg, which obviously starts with the Hedge Night. It's been Absolutely. Gemma and I just gush about it every time we come on to a stream together. We try to keep them right around an hour, which means you're going to get at least 20 minutes of us just gushing about how much we love Dunk and Egg. So, you know, and then we go through what the text was that week that we were reading. I'm actually joking, kind of. But it's been really fun. It's a really great adventure. Dunk is such a lovable character. It starts with tragedy and then you know, progresses through a story and meeting Egg. It's a lot of fun. I love going through that text.
So yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it for us today. Do we have anything else that we wanted to talk about? Really, just that we're tomorrow
night we're streaming the game.
This is a big one for anybody that's gamers out there. Gemma, Kai, and myself will be live on GeekChat1 tomorrow at 3 Eastern, so 6 o'clock Eastern. I'm sorry, 3 Pacific and midnight for Gemma.
11 p.m. 11 p.m. GMT.
It'll be 11 GMT, but we're going to be doing E3 is just wrapped, and so we've been watching E3 all week, and there's some big announcements that were made at E3 this year. We're talking remastering of what classic video game, Gemma?
Final Fantasy VII.
Best game of all time.
Kyle, Keanu Reeves is doing what?
Cyberpunk 2077. The creators of Witcher 3 have signed Keanu to be basically like Cortana from Halo for the main character in Cyberpunk, which is going to be this expansive RPG set in 2077 Los Angeles with all sorts of gangs and cool stuff. So it's going to be amazing.
To be fair, you're going to be talking about loads of games and I will have zero interest in any of them. And then when we talk Final Fantasy VII, I will be talking about the new combat system. I'll be talking about the character remastering, the debates that's going on. I'll be talking about the changes to the storylines, the clues and hints that we've seen in the trailers. So yeah, I'm just going to be kind of sitting on my laurels listening to you guys until it's Final Fantasy VII time, because Final Fantasy VII is my jam. Final Fantasy in general is my jam. And
we're also going to get to the sequels of other loved video games, not just remasterings, such as Zelda with the sequel. There's been some really great announcements out of E3 this year, so we're going to be going over all of that.
Speaking of announcements, I have an announcement. So you see Hype HQ here, right? So what's going to happen is I'm actually moving out of this Hype HQ and moving it into the bigger room, because I have a plan, everyone. And I'm going to announce this right now for people that are here, and I'm going to start to roll this out. I'm going to be doing a second channel, and JR, I'm going to be gaming on Twitch and also YouTube. And I'm going to be setting up a gaming. I'm going to set up this office, plus I'm going to be getting a Nintendo Switch and a PS4. I'm going to have a gaming channel in anticipation of all the amazing games like Borderlands 3, the Zelda sequel, and all of that. And I'm going to be launching that this fall, everyone. So that's why I'm even more excited. The channel did so well, I wanted to expand and do some fun things, and I'm going to be doing some gaming. So be on the lookout for that. It's going to take a couple months for me to get everything together, decorate a new room, but there's going to be a new Hype HQ in the master. I'm really excited. I've been chatting about Gemma, chatting with this to Gemma and kind of JR, just trying to get some ideas down and get everything organized. So really excited about that, to do some new things. And yeah, it's going to be, I'm back creating content again. I know I took a little time off, but I'm back. I'm really excited. But
can I say one last thing before we wrap up? If you are coming to Con of Thrones and you see any of us just wandering around, just come over and say hi, introduce yourself, tell us what your avatar names are so we know who you are. And just come over and say hi. Don't be weird and shy about things, JR, right?
Yeah, no, don't be shy about things. And see Gemma coming up the escalator in Dallas and then immediately grabbing your buddy and beelining it over to coffee instead of having to run into her face to face. Don't do things like that.
If you see my glorious beard and you're like, holy crap, that is one gorgeous human, don't shy away, everyone. Say hi.
Just come and say hi. Last year, I even got to sign autographs, which was just nuts. Absolutely nuts. But you're most welcome to come over and say hi. That's what I love about going to these things is meeting you guys. That's why I'm there. The panels are great. The actors are awesome. But the best bit is you guys. So please come and say hi.
I know Rick Hop. So let's do it before we go. Everyone that's going in the chat. I see Rick Hoppy, I know, is going.
OTDA is going. Smokeahonis is going.
Is-
5
I-
points
I don't-
Realty AK.
I don't think OTDA is going. Is he going?
I thought he just said he was going.
Are you coming now, OTDA? Is that a confirmation, my man? By the way, original David Adams just had his birthday recently. Happy birthday. Best mod. I know. He's not going, JR. He has. Yeah, we want him to go. So Alicia Kingston's going. We have 5 points Reality, Rick Hoppy. Janet Lynn's going.
Yay!
Yes. We have PTSD.
Oh, of course, yes. She's bringing my book so I can sign it. That will be excellent. The only people I've done that for so far are my friends and my family. So that will be really cool.
Alicia Kingston is going. That's right.
Peg Leg Pete just popped in and said, I must stay here in Vegas. There must always be a geek in Vegas. So Peg Leg Pete is taking up the mantle. So he's going to stay behind, and I'm going to go ahead and go to con.
So I see a lot of people who are saying that they can't go. Don't worry, there's going to be a lot of awesome coverage.
Yeah.
We've got you.
If you can't make it to the con, we bring the con to you.
and all Gemma's shoes. So thank you everyone for joining us. Of course, Gemma. Thanks to Gemma and JR for joining me tonight. If you want to go check them out, all the links to their channels and social media in the description of this video. And yeah, we'll have to see you all in the next one. That's tomorrow, E3 special. Me, Gemma, JR on GeekChat1. Go check it out. We're really excited to chat some games.
Yes.
But thanks everyone for joining us, and we'll see you all in the next video. Hype and love.